You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey Days fans, I have got a comings and goings update for you about both Cady McClain and Melissa Reeves as Jennifer Horton Devereaux, and also news about Alison Sweeney's comeback as Sami Brady and some other ins and outs you need to know about. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's dip into this news, but first, please click subscribe if you're not following our channel. All right, so Days of Our Lives confirmed the return of Melissa Reeves as Jennifer Horton, and also as Cady McClain, her recast as Jennifer Horton. So what gives? Is this bad info? Is it a typo? What's happening? It's none of those things, actually. This is totally accurate info, both pieces of it, and it's all about the timing. Strangely, the Jennifer return that comes late this year was the first one that came out, and that one is about Melissa Reeves. But next week, we're going to have the other Jennifer back in Salem with Jack, and of course, that's going to be Cady McClain. Apparently, the two actresses have been talking and coordinating and have been very considerate about who's going to show up for which story arc so they don't step on each other's toes and everybody can keep doing what they need to do. So next week, you're going to see Cady McClain back as Jennifer as she and Jack Devereaux and Chad DiMera try and figure out whether this new girl is Abigail Deveraux DiMera or somebody else entirely. And by the way, Jack and Jen's other kid, JJ Devereaux, is coming back as well with Casey Moss still in the role. However, we are likely not going to see JJ until 2025 since he's back on set filming very recently, and they film right now like 7 to 8 months ahead of the air dates. So next week on Tuesday, August 13th, Chad does something drastic to try and prove that Anna Lynn McCord's character, now we're calling her Marin, is really his wife, Abby. And then by Wednesday the 14th, it looks like between Chad and Jack, they convince this woman to have a DNA test because she's denying that she's Abigail. By Friday, August 16th, so a week from Friday, Jennifer is back and she wants to know more about this woman. And this time, that's Jennifer played by Cady McClain. So that certainly hints that Marin may be a DNA match for Abby, but we'll have to wait and see because Days lately has been all over the map. I think they're playing with fire, teasing that Anna Lynn McCord might be Abigail. And then, if they don't deliver, I think they're going to have a lot of fan outrage to deal with. And because they film so far ahead, they can't even pivot and try and make it better because they don't know until it's too late. And right now, considering that more than half of viewers are ticked off about Body and Soul, maybe it's not a good idea to drop in a fake Abby. If you've not seen the most recent episodes with Kate, Abe, and Leo doing the Body and Soul thing, they seem to be mocking the backstage controversy at Days of Our Lives, the whole Albert Alar thing, and making light of it. They even mentioned a lawsuit, which that's an Ari Zucker reference to me, to my ears, to a lot of fans' ears. And they referred to people on the soap, ostensibly, but crew cast, I don't know, as thieves and scammers. Boy, that really hit a lot of fans hard. That sounds like they're talking about some of the people that left, the people that alleged they were forced out. Most all of the comments I've seen on soap social media about this Body and Soul stuff have been just people that are aggravated, offended, downright furious that Ron Carlivati wrote flippant dialogue about real life issues that allegedly include harassment and inappropriate conduct by those in power. Plus, we had the exits of Martha Madison, Nadia Borland, and many others. And of course, most notably, Ari Zucker as Nicole Walker. I'm not sure why Days writers thought fans would eat up them mocking workplace harassment, but it is a fail so far. And many people note that Ron Carlivati complained about the replacement writers. I remember when he did, and he promised things will be better now that it's his work that's airing. But fans are more annoyed than ever after this mockery with Leo, Abe, and Kate. I just wonder if those actors were bothered by having to read that dialogue. They know more than we do what went on behind the scenes at Days, right? Okay, back to casting news. Cady McClain shows up next week for an arc as Jennifer while they sort out who is Marin, is she Abby, is she not? And if she's not, Jack and Chad and Jen, I'm certain we'll all want to know, because we want to know, why Abby's grave would be empty. As to Missy Reeves' return as Jennifer Horton, she will be back in episodes airing in December as part of Doug Williams' funeral storyline and the tribute to the amazing Bill Hayes. So enjoy Cady now, and then enjoy Missy 4 months from now with a double dose of Jennifer Horton. All right, now let's talk about Alison Sweeney's comeback. Of course, there are tons of people excited to see Hurricane Sami Brady blow back into Salem, but others seem less than thrilled that Days keeps announcing comebacks that we're not even going to see for 7 to 8 months. I mean, why tell us Sammy's back when it's going to be next spring before we actually see her in any episodes? It's not like fans are going to be perpetually excited about a casting notice that they have to wait until 2025 to see come to fruition. The big question, though, is why is Sami back? How long is she staying? And what is she doing in Salem? And who is she doing it with? EJ DiMera is single right now, but I mean, who knows what his love life is going to look like in 8 months. Lucas Horton is out of prison and would love to be back in her life, but he's gone from Salem for now. He could be a feasible part of her comeback storyline. The last time we saw Sami Brady, if you don't remember, she was dumping Lucas like a hot rock when Chad outed him at their wedding as the real kidnapper who stole her and framed EJ and sent him to prison. And of course, Sami was also furious that Belle was hitting the sheets with EJ. She left town so mad. That was 2 years ago. And of course, Alison Sweeney has been very busy doing Hallmark movies, stuff like that. So what is Sami doing when she comes back? Well, Alison Sweeney said the storyline was unexpected, and she said it actually shocked her. That sounds interesting on the surface, but based on the material we're seeing now on Days, it has me kind of worried. You know, if it's unexpected and shocking, is it just going to be something just too much? I mean, we had Ever Bobby and his DID thing, and then we had him killed. Lee Shin is talking to this lunatic, and then on the most recent episode, Remington Hoffman has been replaced by a cardboard cutout. I hope we get more of the real Lee instead of crazy Connie talking to a paper guy, but who even knows? With Days' tight budget, maybe they couldn't afford Remington Hoffman anymore. I don't know. Some real quick tidbits, by the way, for other ins and outs at the NBC Peacock soap. Blake Barris is dead and done as Ever Bobby. Drake Hogestyn is back to stay with a new mystery storyline for John Black. Matt Ashford is sticking around at least for a couple of weeks as Jack Devereaux while they sort out this Maybe Abby mess. Colton Little and Christopher Sean have more scenes as Andrew Donovan and Paul Narita, and no word on whether Emily O'Brien is done as Teresa Donovan. I would expect at least one more scene to usher Teresa off to jail. Andrew's trying to help her score a sweet plea bargain, but it seems like they should at least give us a cursory last scene before they sweep her out of Salem. That's it, folks. That's all of our comings and goings updates. Be sure to drop your comments, subscribe if you're not following us, and come back soon. We're here talking Days of Our Lives 7 days a week, and as always, it's me, Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.